Hi, and welcome to the second of these devotions on the great butts of the Bible. I hope that you've noticed those rainbows that have been appearing on people's houses and in windows. During this crisis, that symbol has become a point of hope for people that this crisis will come to an end, that normality will return. That symbol of the rainbow, of course, we find in the Bible. We find it in the story of Noah and the flood. And it's in that story that we find the next great but of the Bible, chapter 8 and verse 1. Noah and his family and the animals have been on the ark for 5 months in isolation, locked in. It wouldn't have been a pleasant experience, floating on those flood waters, unsure of when they would find that place of rescue. But they held on to the hope that God would come through for them. I remember speaking to somebody whose husband worked on a nuclear submarine. She told me of the challenges that it was when he went on duty. He would disappear for months on end. He would not be able to be contacted. She wouldn't know where he was or whether he was safe. And I remember thinking about the challenge that was for her and for her family life. But I also remember thinking how difficult it must be to serve on that submarine. Noah's experience wasn't a great one, and our experience of being isolated one from another isn't an easy one either. But we, like Noah, need to hold on to that hope that we have in God. Imagine Noah's joy in the midst of all of those struggles when that great but breaks into the story. Chapter 8 and verse 1 tells us, "But God remembered Noah, and the waters receded." God rescued him and his family. God remembers in a different way to the way that we remember. God is eternal, and he's able to break into our time and into our history to show his love and his grace towards us, to rescue us. He doesn't remember Noah because he's forgotten Noah, or he's been too busy to pay any attention to Noah's predicament. It's not that God has gone away from Noah, but God has remembered that here is this point where he's going to rescue Noah and his family. As the Message version of the Bible puts it, God turned his attention to Noah, to rescuing Noah. And God does so in a wonderful way. I'm sure you, like me, are looking forward to the time where this crisis will come to an end. But I hope that we won't return to normality. I hope that we won't just go back to living the way that we have been living. I hope that we will hold on to some of the good things that have come out of these difficult times in our nation. We will continue to value those people who've perhaps been undervalued in our economy. That we'll continue to know what it is to be good neighbours. That we'll continue to see what is really important in life. Those gifts of communication, of family, of friendship, of the goodness of strangers in what they've done for us. But more than that, I hope that we will hold on to that truth, that God is a God who is faithful to his promises, that God is a God who is a rescuing God, a God of love and of grace. And when eventually we do come out of this crisis, there will be those who have built our hope in him higher and higher in these days. And when he comes and that crisis finishes, there will be those who will celebrate his goodness to us and in the goodness that we've seen in others as well. So God bless you wherever you'll be this week on your front lines, serving him. Amen.